Okay guys, quick video here on chromatic scale. Now, what is a chromatic scale? The chromatic scale is pretty much every note that is located on the fretboard, every single note. In this case, is even a piano. Every single little note located on the piano. And why is it important to know the chromatic scale? When you learn the chromatic scale, you know the chromatic scale. It will help you locate any note or any chord actually on the on the keyboard, piano, and especially on guitar. If you want to be playing guitar and you want to find out chords or you want to find out notes, learning your chromatic scale is very important. Okay, so this is like a quick and easy lesson I like to give some of my students is when they're trying to learn the chromatic scale. Uh, think of it this way: the musical alphabet is from A to G. Okay, so we're gonna go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and right after G we come back to A. So remember that the musical alphabet A to G always. All right. So how does that tie in with the chromatic scale? Well, uh, two things right off the bat before we learn the chromatic scale, because believe it or not, watching this video you'll probably learn it right here. Okay, so two things you're gonna remember, okay, is that B always comes immediately before C. And anybody would say that the same thing, like in the alphabet, duh. Yeah, okay. In the chromatic scale it will always be BC. Okay, that's one, remember that, BC. Okay, and it will always be EF. Okay, so BC and EF, always, always, always on a chromatic scale. Now, here's what I tell students to think a little bit, helps you so that you can actually learn the process. Okay, when we're gonna say the chromatic scale, for example, let's start something spontaneous. Let's start on A. Okay, so we're gonna say A. So then you would say, well, what's next on the chromatic scale? How can I find out what's next on the chromatic scale? Okay, this is my simple way of teaching and how I teach my students. This is a simple way to think. So we're going to say A. The next letter, okay, is the sharp of the letter that you just said and the flat of the letter that's next on the alphabet in this case. So we're going to say A. What is the sharp of the letter I just said? A sharp. What is the flat of the letter that's next on the alphabet? B flat. So we got A sharp, or B flat. Okay, so there you go. That's how we're going to use that same pattern in everything that we do. Now just remember, don't forget about B, C, and E, F. Okay, technically in the chromatic scale, they don't have a sharp and a flat. Well, I'll get more into that into detail using the guitar probably in this next video. Okay, but for now, okay, remember B, C, and EF. So try to say the chromatic scale here with me. So we're going to be A sharp, or B flat. All right. So what's the next letter in the alphabet? B. All right. Now what did we say on the rules of the two rules that we have? So it will be B. You automatically go right into C. Okay. So we got B, C. All right. So what is coming after C? Remember, it's the letter you just said. You're going to sharp it, and the next letter in the alphabet, you're going to flat it. So it's C, C sharp, or D flat. And that's the method that you can use to learn the chromatic scale really quick. Okay, so before you go, let's start the chromatic scale, how it actually starts one, which is on the E note. Remember again the general rule, E, F. So we're going to go E, F, F sharp or G flat, G, G sharp or A flat, A sharp or B flat, B, C, C sharp or D flat, D, D sharp or E flat, back to E. All right, so there we go. Got the whole chromatic scale out of the way. Practice these little tips, and I'm pretty sure that not even a day, okay, maybe in a couple of hours, you might be able to learn the chromatic scale. And remember, only practice on the days that you eat, okay? So again, if you got any questions regarding that scale, chromatic scale, anything, let me know.